Hey Geeks, welcome back to the Geeksider Show. I'm Josh.
I'm Anna.
And in this video, we're going to be talking about Critical Role Campaign 3, Episode 5. So if you haven't seen it yet, and you want to avoid any spoilers, skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. Okay, that combat. I was super stressed out when I watched that. I didn't think that Matt would, set out to, go out of his way to kill a PC in the first 5 sessions of a new campaign, but Matt also is going to let the dice go how they go. So yeah, I was really worried about Imogen.
Yeah.
Not you.
Not as much. No. I just didn't think she would die. I'm like, they're in a city. If she dies, they'll figure it out. It's fine.
I figure, Matt had attack while she was unconscious, which is auto crit, 2 death saves, gone, right? And I think you probably figured, well, they bought potions, they've got healers, she'll be fine.
Yeah, kind of.
Not me. I was like, oh no. Imogen's gonna die, and I'm gonna be sad.
I think Laura was a little scared too.
Oh, I was for sure. I think she was.
Yeah, she looked a little scared.
And three characters went unconscious in this combat, which
it was a bad fight.
It was.
Yeah.
And I think, and you made a really good point during it too, that when Imogen made Duggar afraid of her, right? That I think Laura was pushing for him to go out the door and run away. I think she wanted to get out of that combat.
Yes. Yeah. I absolutely think so too. And that was like what was so great about that moment is Liam always considers what his character would do, whether that is beneficial for the group or not. Mm-hmm. So he's the type of person that if his character wouldn't have done something or would have done something, they do that even if that's detrimental in that situation.
And the way he thought it out, he's like, no, we came in here. I would want to make sure that nobody followed us. So yeah, I would have locked the door.
Yeah.
Which, basically, it didn't lock Duggar in. I'm sure he has, he knows how to unlock his own door.
I mean, if Orem could lock it, then there was probably some easy locking mechanism right inside the door.
Yeah.
So it would take an action.
But I mean, regardless, Duggar was stuck in there with him, and they eventually defeated him. Now, what I did find interesting was when they went back to Lord Esteros, they kind of just passed this whole thing off to him like, listen, there's some shady stuff going down underground. You look into that because we're done. And so this arc, unless whoever's in charge of the Shade Creepers, because I think there's some kind of entity or person down there.
There's some bigger bad.
Yeah, so unless they come after this group, this is Lord Esteros' problem now.
I do think they'll come after the group. I absolutely anticipate the group having to go down to the base of the spires and finding an entrance and going in there, or somehow figuring out how to get down in there, whether it's through the sewers or whatever. But definitely think that that's going to happen.
I want to rewind back to the first half of the episode. The group did meet the Corsairs, and it did not go well. They did not make a great impression.
No, they really didn't. When did they ever?
That whole first hour and a half or so was just like, oh my God, you guys stop talking and get out of there.
I don't know what it is when you're playing D&D that when you meet new people, your gut instinct is to just lie.
Yeah.
Because, they went in and they just immediately started lying. And I was like, but y'all, you don't really have a reason to lie. You could totally tell them why you're here and what sent you there. It's not a secret.
And it's not exactly that they were lying, but they weren't completely forthcoming.
Yeah, they were beating around the bush. They were
and asking a lot of questions
of
somebody who just did not really want to deal with them anymore. And they're like, one more question, one more question, one more question. And I'm like, dude, shut up and get out.
Definitely.
I'm a little surprised that didn't end in combat because, man, that started off bad and it didn't ever really get better. And at the end of the episode, Esteros did say he was going to set up a meeting between Orem and Oshad Breshio, the Anger. And I saw a really cool theory from a couple of weeks ago on enworld.org or something like that. Sorry about shaking the camera. Yes, enworld.org. I saw a comment that this person believes the anger might either be Grog or Grog's child.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I'm into that. Even I can't imagine Travis going back and even playing Grog's kid because it's a little repetitive. I don't think he want to do that.
No, I don't think so.
But if the anger is Grog's kid, I'm here for it.
Yeah, if the anger is not Travis's character, yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be interesting.
I am still kind of inclined to think though that Oshad Brescio is Travis's character, and I'm thinking I think probably they're going to end up being a rogue.
I hope so. Them trying
This
to break
group
into the
needs
house.
a rogue. Well,
They need
Doors.
Doors.
What is it with D&D and Doors? Every single group ever has trouble with Doors.
Yeah, they need a rogue so bad.
But regardless, for now, it does seem like this initial arc of Duggar and the Mystery of Duggar is, while not completely resolved, at least paused for now, because, like I said, it's Lord Esteros's problem for now until whoever turned Duggar into whatever Duggar ended up being. Which that was crazy. Like when the thing like exploded out of his bag and then it went blah, and I'm like, oh my.
Yeah.
That whole battle map was amazing.
Yeah, that battle map was
with all the goop and
yeah
it's Matt. You're always just gonna walk right into the puns and the jokes.
Yeah.
And just lean into it, dude.
Yeah. See, I don't think Imogen is going to be able to just drop this. So whether those people come after them or not, I think Imogen's going to need answers. And she's going to keep looking into this and end up dragging them into it. Like, I don't necessarily think that the big bad under the spires needs to come after them, because I think they're going to keep looking into this, even though they attempted to pass it off to Lord Esteros.
How long do you think Lord Esteros lives? I think he's going to die, and I think they're going because I think there's going to be some kind of catalyst that kind of pushes them into it. Even if Imogen doesn't let the matter rest, I think there's going to be something that happens. I think probably whoever's running this thing with the broomstone and Duggar and everything, I think they're going to go after Esteros.
I don't know how much Matt plans on having them travel, but that would be a great way to give them a base of operations pretty quickly.
Take over his manor?
Yeah, as if he gets eliminated and they take over his manor and take on his work. That could be interesting.
And one of the things that I want to mention about Matt's style, and a lot of DMs are hesitant to do this, is as a reward for killing Duggar, he basically gave them the bounty that Lord Esteros put on Duggar's head, and it was somewhere in the ballpark of 1,000 gold pieces. Which, yeah, it's 7 player characters, so it's a little over 100 gold pieces each. But that's a lot of gold to be dropping on level 4 characters now. And Matt doesn't hesitate to reward his players monetarily in game, and that's something that a lot of DMs hesitate to do. I don't. I throw gold at you guys and I'm like, I don't care if you guys are OP. Mm-hmm. I'm like it's a fantasy game. Yeah. You guys should feel powerful, and by letting you buy the stuff that you want to buy and and build up your wealth and your notoriety and stuff. I'm like, that's contributes to your fun, and I think Matt kind of goes the same way.
Yeah. I also want to mention how every campaign, their battle descriptions get better and better, and they are on point.
Marisha.
Marisha's descriptions of her Eldritch Blast and her Witch Bolt and stuff like that is just out of this world. But I also love how they're now trying to combine spells and make it a collaborative effort. Cool. That was really, really great narratively.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Marisha did that, and Matt was like, "That's dope. Keep doing that, and I will reward you if you both land." And that's really, really cool.
And I can't remember any time in campaign 1 or 2 where they combined abilities and spells like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it happened, but it happened twice in one episode here. So that's really cool.
I remember the Thorn Whip or the Grasping Vine or whatever it was that Fern played. What was the other one?
can't remember. I remember thinking,
What was
oh my
it?
gosh, twice in one episode. But my mind is too much.
And there will be no episode of Critical Role next week because it is Thanksgiving, so they're taking the week off, which is a tiny bit surprising to me because they've been pre-recording the episodes. But I imagine they're going, well, people are going to be with their families, you know, they're not going to take 4 hours out of their day to watch Critical Role on
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
yes, we
Why
would.
even post a video?
Yes, we would.
We 100% would.
We would.
Just out there, we 100%
I
would.
don't give a crap about Thanksgiving. I would totally watch Critical Role. I'm off of work. I would sit and watch Critical Role.
So we will do a predictions video Sunday, but we will not have any videos for Critical Role. Next week we will be back when they are back. And I think that's going to be it we have for this video. So if you enjoyed it, you can let us know by dropping a like on it. Let us know your theories. What do you think? Is the anger Grog or Grog's child? I love that theory. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Also, subscribe if you haven't already.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.